Good afternoon, Kettleland. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We continue the warm 56 degrees in Rapid City. We have 40 in Pierce, 33 in Sioux Falls, 30 in Watertown, and 36 currently in Aberdeen. Temperatures today, we are looking at numbers in the 30s and 40s in eastern Kettleland, approaching 50 in Pierre and 60 in Rapid City. More details on your forecast coming up as we begin midday in Kettleland.
Live from Kettleland Media Group, midday in Kettleland.
Showcasing local artists. We'll tell you about the two-day event taking place at the Washington Pavilion coming up.
President-elect Donald Trump is speaking out as his nominee to lead the Pentagon faces a battle in the Senate. I'm Erica Brown on Capitol Hill with more on Trump's reaction to the controversy surrounding Pete Hegseth.
Well, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tom Hansen. We are learning more about an officer-involved shooting at Yankton High School. Several gunshots could be heard at 8:21 last night. That's around the same time people were leaving a wrestling triangular at the Summit Activity Center, which is attached to the school. The South Dakota DCI says one person was hurt in the shooting. That person is not an officer. The Yankton County Sheriff tells us it was an isolated incident and there have been no arrests. Following the shooting, the sheriff tells us he went to the gym with the superintendent and helped with crowd control. Today, school went on as normal in Yankton. Now, the DCI is handling this investigation. We expect to learn more from the Attorney General later today. We'll bring you the very latest information this afternoon and tonight on Kettleland News. We'll also have updates throughout the day on KETTLELAND.com. Well, 2 inmates are already serving time in prison for other crimes, have been sentenced for assaults on correctional officers. 35-year-old Zachary Hayescamp pled guilty to simple assault charge. He received a 2.5-year sentence. 44-year-old Aaron Reeves was sentenced to 2 years in prison after pleading no contest to one charge. As part of pleas, the other charges were actually dropped. Turning now to a first look at your midday forecast with meteorologist Scott Muntz. And what a difference a day makes, huh?
Yeah, a little warmer today. And you know what? This will continue right into tomorrow as you can finish those Christmas lights.
Nice. Well done.
I know you have some to finish up. We do have mostly clear skies overhead, so we'll continue to watch these temperatures. Maybe some cloud cover trying to move across eastern South Dakota, western Minnesota, as we do have thicker clouds being reported in and around Marshall with the temperature 38. Currently 40 in Sioux Falls. We have 36 in Aberdeen, 40 in Pierre, and 56 in Rapid City. Our winds, well, they'll remain light for today, trying to favor a westerly direction. We do see that already this afternoon at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Forecast for today showing our numbers in the 30s and 40s across eastern Kettleland, pushing 50 in central South Dakota with Pierce forecast high at 47. 52 in Winter and 60 today in Rapid City. Numbers will remain warm this weekend, at least 20 to 30 degrees warmer than what we had last weekend. For last Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at numbers in the 50s and 60s for the first half of the weekend. We'll cool a little going into Sunday, but still above average. Also watching for maybe a couple of stray rain showers across western South Dakota. That may happen on Sunday as a cold front tries to make its way across Kettleland as we do go through the second half of the weekend. Behind that front, we'll have very strong winds that will move in for just about everybody on Monday. Forecast tonight showing temperatures in the 20s and 30s, and then for tomorrow, there's the warmth, 40s, 50s covering eastern Kettleland, near 60 in central South Dakota, and a high of 64 in Rapid City. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The Washington Pavilion is set to host one of the largest gatherings of local artists in Sioux Falls. The Art Collective is a free 2-day event featuring artists from all walks of life with the artwork to match.
It is a gathering of over 70 local artists that are all setting up and preparing their crafts, their art, their paintings, their wares, and they'll be selling everything for the next 2 days.
The Art Collective starts at 3 this afternoon at the Everest Gallery. That's inside the Visual Arts Center at the Washington Pavilion. The doors are open until 9 tonight and Saturday from 1 to 9. Customers have a new shopping option in downtown Sioux Falls this holiday season. Alcove, located in the Steel District development, has been open for the past 2 months. It specializes in selling artwork and museum-related educational products. All store sales benefit programs at the Washington Pavilion.
When you think of an alcove, it's kind of a little nook or cranny off of a bigger space. So this is just another little alcove or offshoot of what the pavilion does.
Alcove is one of the first businesses to locate in the Steel District. You can find out what holiday shoppers think of this new store coming up in Eye on Kelloland at 10. A new social media post shows President-elect Trump is standing by his controversial pick for Secretary of Defense, former Fox host and Army veteran Pete Hegseth. Erica Brown has the latest from Capitol Hill.
President-elect Donald Trump spoke at an event hosted by Fox Nation in New York Thursday night ahead of his visit to France this weekend, his first overseas trip since winning the election.
We're going to be more respected throughout the world than ever before.
But it's what he said in a social media post Friday that's reverberating on Capitol Hill, bolstering his embattled pick for defense secretary, former Fox News host Pete Hegseth. Trump wrote, "Hegseth is doing very well. His support is strong and deep, much more so than the fake news would have you believe."
Fighting, we're ready to go.
The 44-year-old decorated Army veteran has been trying to shore up Senate support amid a barrage of questions this week about his past, from allegations of financial mismanagement to sexual misconduct and excessive drinking. Hegseth says he's a different man than he used to be.
This process has been a very good one, despite all the noise on the outside.
Until Friday's post, Trump had remained largely silent on Hegseth in the wake of the allegations against him. Multiple sources even told CBS News Trump may have been considering alternatives.
My mind is completely open.
And CBS News has learned that President Biden is considering issuing preemptive pardons for some of Trump's biggest critics. The names being floated include Dr. Anthony Fauci, California Democratic Senator-elect Adam Schiff, who led the first impeachment effort against Trump, and former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney, who campaigned against the president-elect. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The possibility of sweeping pardons comes after Biden pardoned his son Hunter, shielding him from all potential criminal activity over 11 years. Still ahead,